So you've probably heard about people talking about building silos, a silo of structured content on their website that can help you gain authority and topic relevance in a particular niche. Well, I've talked about this before, around a year ago, when I didn't really have huge success doing it. However, with my latest website case study, I've managed to take a website from around 3,000 or 4,000 page views per month to over 40,000 page views in 4 months. And I 100% put it down to a particular keyword and specifically how we siloed and structured the content. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how I've done that, and hopefully it'll help you create some topical authority around a particular keyword or niche. So let's get into this. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now remember, when I do these videos, this is how I'm doing it. I am by no means a SEO expert, and there's probably a more technical or structured way about doing these silos.
Yeah, totally.
But this is what I've used and it has certainly worked. With 100% confidence, I can say the method I have used and what I'm going to show you today has definitely worked for me. And I'm ranking over 60 articles at #1 for this keyword, and I also rank for the keyword near me. Now, you might think, what is that keyword and how have you ranked it and how is it even relevant? Well, there were 3 different types of keywords I was going after, and I'll show you, like I say, on the computer in just a moment, but just to lay it out in some sort of structure for you, I was going after #1, the long tail keyword. That as an example, and I'm going to use this throughout the video, I'm going to use hiking trails as an example. Now, please remember, this is not the keyword I'm going for, it's just one that I could find that is a good example. So the first one we were going for is hiking trails in the long tail keyword format was the first thing we were going for. And that would be something like 10 best hiking trails in California. The second keyword we were targeting was near me. So that would be best hiking trails near me. And the third one was the holy grail keyword. It's the short keyword, and that would be hiking trail. Now that's usually a long form piece of content where you might talk about the equipment you need for hiking, the types of hiking trails, where you can get information on hiking trails, etc. So that's the 3 we were going for. The top tier keyword, hiking trails, the second tier keyword, which would be hiking trails near me, and then the third keyword, which is the long tail keyword, which is 7 best hiking trails in California, let's say. So again, this is the example we're going to use, and I've roughly, and I mean roughly, drawn up some diagrams to give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about. Again, like I say, please do remember, don't shout me out in the comments. I am not an SEO expert. There is probably dozens of ways of doing silo content on your website, but this is the one I chose. It's the one that 100% worked, and it's bringing me in nearly 40,000 page views in 4 months per month, and it's growing at a rate of over 98% growth week on week. So goodness knows where we'll be traffic wise with this keyword if the growth continues, but it's looking very, very impressive. And I'm sharing this because, like I say, I've tried silo contents before. I've had a little bit of success, but nothing like this at all. So hope this helps you. Let's just jump on the computer now and I'll show you with these roughly and very crude diagrams, and hopefully you'll understand it a little bit better. Okay, so here we are. This is technically the main keyword, and the main keyword as an example I'm using is hiking trails. Now this doesn't actually get the actual bulk of the search, and you'll see why in just a moment, but it's still a hefty 200,000 people search that term every month. And you can see we have very, very strong content coming back, which is very, very unlikely that we're going to outrank. However, with this silo structure, it does make it more possible. You simply could not write one piece of content called hiking trails and expect to rank #1. That would be exceptionally hard to do. But when you compound all the factors within a silo structure, it does make it more possible. So the second keyword I talked about would be near me. So you would see here, hiking trails near me. This is more popular because obviously if I live in, let's say, London, and I search hiking trails, it's going to give me random hiking trails, possibly even around the world, who knows. but I want it more specific to me. So I want Google to show me hiking trails that are near where I live. And you can see here, this now gets 1.2 million people searching this per month. And as you can see, the searches that this is returning are more relevant to this search term. And finally, the next one you could try would be the long tail keyword. And that could be something like best hiking trails near me with waterfalls, or you could use something like best hiking trails near me for dog walkers. That kind of more long tail search keywords. That long tail keyword style search term that not as many people are searching. But again, although this shows a search of 0, trust me, there will be some people searching for that in this area. So that's the 3 keywords: the main short keyword, the keyword with near me attached to it, and then the long tail keyword, which could be a number of things. So let me now show you the diagram that I've made, and hopefully that will show you in a little bit more detail. So this first slide shows you the very basic functionality of a silo structure. You can see here the main term, hiking trail, would be your number 1 pillar piece of content. That would be a full, complete guide about hiking trails, what equipment you might need, who they're suitable for, etc. That would be your long form pillar content. Now if we go to the second slide, this is where we start to build the actual structure of the silo on your website. So this row here is your second keyword. So this would be hiking trails near me. Now you can see that I've wrote, this is a page and it has all the areas, cities and towns listed on it. It's kind of like a directory. So even if you haven't got a piece of content about that hiking trail in a specific area, I still add it to the list. So this list will be as long as you like. So for my actual keyword that I'm ranking for, hiking trails in the UK, I would maybe have 70 cities or towns, and they are the cities and towns that I am going to find the best hiking trails for and write a shorter piece of content that is more direct and more specific. Same would be if I was targeting the US, and again, there would be towns and cities that I do plan to write on in the future. Now, like I say, don't be afraid of adding these towns and cities even if you've not written about them yet. You can do that as the months go on, as you cover more and more hiking trails in that area. So to give you an idea of how I've started the interlinking, my first piece of content, the pillar piece of content, I link once out of. So I externally link from this article here to each one of these secondary keywords. I link it out once. So there'll be a one link in hiking trails to hiking trails near me for the UK, one for hiking trails in the US, etc. Now, these secondary keywords, these pieces of content, I will link again externally from these articles back to the main pillar piece of content at least once, ideally twice. I like to see one link coming out of the main pillar piece of content and about 2 links going from this piece of content back to the main pillar piece of content. And then the final stage is to write the smaller, long tail keyword content like hiking trails in London, hiking trails in Cornwall, hiking trails in Coventry, the smaller individual pieces of content that are very, very specific to a search term. Now, these are usually around 1,000 words, maybe 1,200 words maximum. Now, each one of these will link back into that directory style post, the keyword that is targeting hiking trails near me. So each one of these would now go into that directory. Then all I do is highlight the actual place. So as you saw before, if you can imagine a directory list of just the names of 60 towns, each one of those towns I would highlight and link this content back to. And the final part of this is randomly I do have the odd one of these smaller long tail keyword articles linking back to the main keyword, just to keep a little bit of continuity and keep that link juice flowing between all of these silos. But my main focus is one main pillar piece of content links out to the main directory list, which doesn't have much content on there at all. It is more like a list of towns and cities. And then each one of these are very specific, nice pieces of content, giving lots of good hiking trail guides in that area. Each one of these links back to here, with the old one linking back to the main pillar piece of content. So there you go, that's how I managed to get over 40,000 visitors to my website in the last few months just using this silo content structure. As I said, there may be other ways of doing it. There probably are very technical ways of doing it. There are probably automated ways of doing it. I don't know. I am no SEO expert. I just share what I'm doing on my website and what's working. And this clearly is working. So we're going to continue to build out the shorter piece of content, the very specific ones, the ones at the bottom of the silo. And as I say, we will link them all back to that secondary keyword of near me style posts, the directory style list. So thanks for watching. Hope you like that. If you do, please subscribe. Lots more information about this new website that I'm building, how I've made it so successful so quickly. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it added some value. And I hope that you have some success with your silo structure of content on your WordPress website. Thanks very much. See you in the next video. Side by side, our fears are done.